we have a champion, a freedom fighter. Her name is Tracy, and she is spectacular. She will be escorted by Dr. Cornel West. Let's bring them to the stage with some love.
Of that organization. Tracy?
Being from a place of poverty myself, growing up in Detroit, Michigan, and seeing poverty firsthand, moving to Greenville, South Carolina, and even being in a position now where I can help people understanding that poverty is systematic and that we must all work together. And now sitting in a room full of people who were involved in the movement from the 60s till now, who understand that the system has not changed, so the mindset of the people must change. Knowing that we must, as a people, be determined enough to take a stand and not look down on those who we view as smaller or who are lesser than. That's right. But view them as individuals, view them as our fellow man, and reach out to them and consistently help them regardless. Being from a place of poverty where I was a mother working minimum wage, raising 4 small children, knowing that at any moment, my power could be disconnected. At any moment, we could have no water. At any moment, an eviction notice could be put on my door. Like I said, I speak from a place of knowledge because I've been there before. And I know that now we're in a generation, we're in a time where we need people, we need leaders who will stand up for us, for the many who are suffering. And now that I am in position to be a leader, to be a freedom fighter in this community, I stand with Bernie Sanders and the people here on this stage, and I say that we must continue to fight, and I appreciate this opportunity.
Yes. Yes.
Before I introduce Jerry Blusingame, I just want to say to Tracy, we need millions of people like Tracy all over this country, black and white and Latino, who today are experiencing the poverty and the stress that Tracy talked about. And to get those people to understand there are reasons for that suffering. And that if we can organize together, we can develop policy which alleviates those issues and create a very different kind of country. So Tracy, thank you for your courage.
Thank you.
A true hero. I told you we had some heroes up here today.
Pardon me?
We got some heroes in here today.
We sure do.
Well, Freedom Fighters Upstate South Carolina, we focus on issues of social justice, prison reform, homelessness, fair housing, equal justice for all, so many topics. And I agree with Jerry. The system of incarceration and reincarceration must end. But not only that, we must focus on the housing issue as well. When someone has a felony, they can't get a house. They can't get housing. I get contacted on almost a daily basis by people who have something on their record from 10, 12, 15 years ago who can't get housing. We have to focus on affordable housing, actual affordable housing, though, for people who do not make $60,000 a year but want to live nice in a nice community. Right now, currently in Greenville, they're being pushed out due to gentrification, due to the high rent costs, the high cost of living that the infrastructure has designed in order to push certain families out. As a community, we need to understand that we need to show up more to county council meetings, to city council meetings. We need to use our voices. We need to stand behind those who are willing to fight for us, such as Freedom Fighters Upstate South Carolina. We must understand and not only know the word gentrification, but know what gentrification means. Know that there are people out here that are struggling on a daily basis. Know that there are red line districts that are right now being mapped out, that are being bought and sold by people who don't have your best interests in heart. And so in order for us to be a better community, we can't just sit back and allow things to happen. We have to stand up and use our voices and demand that we have fair housing, demand that we have level income, demand that we live above and what we expect to get from this community. Because the issue, this is Greenville, like this is our home. But like I said, so many of us are being pushed out. So many are being pushed out because they don't understand what's really going on until it's too late. We're so behind. We're so far behind the ball when it comes to gentrification. It's nearly impossible for us to buy back a block now. However, we can invest in those who are truly trying to buy a block. We can invest and put our monies together and buy housing. And it doesn't just have to be in Greenville. It can be outside as well. But true ownership is what we need to focus on. We can't always focus on just being those who are renting and leasing everything. True ownership will not allow us to be pushed out. True ownership is so, as I said, we need to educate each other in this community, and we can't be afraid to show up and be educated on the things that we need to learn, the things that we need to know.
Let's give it up for her. And before I go to our last local hero, Tracy, I want to throw it back to you just to give one quick 15-second plug for your pantry work. Can anybody in here help you out and maybe donate some stuff to that?
Oh, yeah. Well, currently, the K Young People's Pantry, we are collecting children's items. Right now, we are just servicing children. That's from newborn to teenage, 18, 19 years old. We give items away. All items are given away free to victims of homelessness, whose parents are incarcerated, whose parents are jobless, different things like that. So you can't just show up and get free stuff. There are, certain elements that have to exist for us to provide it for you. However, everything that's donated to the K Young People's Pantry is given away free to the community. And we appreciate Gerber and Target and all those others, and also the people in the community that have donated to the K Young People's Pantry. However, as a community, we need for you guys to, step it up and help us out a little bit more.
Step it up, Greenville. Step it up.